And at that time, I knew I had gifts, but I knew of God, but I did not know God. So I knew of him. I knew the things that he could do for other people, but did I believe that he could do them for me? No, I was very self-reliant. I believed that I got myself everywhere that I need to go.
Blessings on blessings, yeah. I can see the blessings coming our way, our way, our way.
All right, y'all, back again. Y'all already know. Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Everything Me and Self's back again with another video. Today's video is going to be how to survive life with a newborn part 2. So like I said, we're going to be talking about how to survive life with a newborn, and this video is going to be talking about how to get God involved in your life. So yes, I feel like this is one of the 4 things that you need to survive being a new mom or a new dad after having a newborn. You're this far into the video, you might as well already hit subscribe, join the go, gang, gang, gang. We lit over here, that's up here. Says if you ain't got no go, say something, achieve something. The time is now. If you need a message or a memo, it's me. Let's get it done. 2021, we're coming after everything that God has ordained for us. So what are you waiting on? Start moving with God. Start listening. Because some of us don't listen. Won't be ready to hear it, but it is what it is. So let's get straight into the video. As I already explained in last week's video, these videos aren't going to be very long. I'm just going to be giving you guys some of my tips and some of the things that I learned this postpartum journey, because with my other 3, I really experienced terrible postpartum depression. Yeah, things were a little bit crazy, so I feel like these are my top 4 tips that you need to survive life after giving birth. Also, this series is not just for moms, because moms aren't the only parents after giving birth. These are for dads that are active in the newborn's life, the adjustments, everything that's going on, because I feel like dads need love too, y'all. Like y'all need help too. This is for everybody. I'm trying to help everybody. So I'm going to touch a little bit on my story. Sorry if I look down, I'm looking at my notes, y'all, trying to make sure I stay on topic because I like to ramble a little bit. So as you guys know, I gave birth at 17. If you haven't watched my 17 and pregnant story, I'm going to card that above. You guys can watch it. Yeah, because it was a little bit crazy, a little crazy time in my life. At 17 years old, I wasn't really in church, wasn't active in worship, anything like that. So I was kind of, I guess you could say I was lost. I got pregnant at 17, had Kaden at 17. I was a little bit lost. I felt like I just needed something to give me purpose. And at that time, I knew I had gifts, but I knew of God, but I did not know God. So I knew of him. I knew the things that he could do for other people, but did I believe that he could do them for me? No, I was very self-reliant. I believed that I got myself everywhere that I need to go. And I felt like this was conditioning because of the life that I lived and some of the things that I went through. So I believed I got myself everywhere. I believed I did everything for myself. And really, I didn't. So now that we touched a little bit on my story, don't forget to watch last week's video as well. So last week's video was talking about why it's important to remember who you are and take time to yourself. So make sure you guys watch last week's video. I'm going to card that above as well. But now we're going to get into why it is important to get God involved in your life, and especially postpartum, because I feel like this is one of the roughest periods that you can go through in life. And why do I feel like that? I feel like because, dads, they're going through an adjustment with their love life involving someone else, and this is, you having a child and you having to work around that. Moms, you go through all, the birth, the postpartum changes, the weight gain, the stretch marks, all of that good stuff. So it's very physically taxing for moms and very mentally taxing for dads as well. And it's mentally taxing for moms as well, where everybody in this situation goes through a change. Things change. You aren't the same person who you used to be before you had a baby, and the relationship is going to have to adjust a little bit after having a baby. So getting God involved in this situation allows us parents to have a lot of insight on things that's going on, because things that our human understanding can't cope with, our spiritual understanding can cope with. So there will be times where things don't logically make sense to you, but spiritually it makes sense. And I personally feel like some people may feel differently, but I personally feel, and if you're spiritual, I believe you could feel the same way, that everything does not have a logical explanation. Everything does not have a logical explanation. And another reason why it is important to get God involved is because we have 24/7 assistance, roadside assistance, y'all. Like, you don't have a friend, you got a friend, got somebody to call on, somebody to lean on. Getting him involved allows you to have access to this 24-hour service, 24/7 road service. So if you're going through something, you can always get on your knees and pray. You can always read your word. And this is another thing that's important about getting God involved. He can do something for us that this world can never do for us. So how we look to the world for explanation and for answers and things like that, you're not always going to be able to get those answers from the world. He can always do something for us that this world cannot do. So if you feel like you don't have a friend out there, if you feel like what life is giving you is lemons, believe he can do for you what this world cannot do for you. Don't look to the world for answers. Look to him for answers. So I feel like people always talk about getting God involved and the importance of getting him involved, or the importance of having God in your life. But I don't feel like people always talk about how to get him involved. But that's because a lot of times people talk good, but they don't know what to do to back up everything behind it. And you can't fault people for that as well, because still we're all human and everybody has their own faults. But I feel like some people have to be honest and admit that they don't have all the answers. By no means do I have all the answers, because I don't either, but I know that I can help you get God involved because I've been in the place that you guys are in now. So the first way to get God involved is living life involving him and including him daily. Like if you're going to do something, you should be, God, is this something that I should do? Is this the route that I should take? God, guide me through the day. Allow me to, perform to the best of my ability. That is including God daily. You need to include him daily, y'all. I swear, once I started including God daily and, just looking to him for answers, because sometimes, we look to everybody else for answers, but we need to look to him. Things could be going on. And God will give you insight. He will. I'm telling y'all gotta listen. Y'all gotta listen. And I can speak from a person who didn't listen at all, and now I listen and I hear God clearly. Like God will tell me to take another pathway or to take another road instead of going the other way that I was going, and it'll be an accident on that road and I didn't completely missed it. Or God will tell me to wait before I leave, and then when I get on the road, when he tell me to leave, I be the miss traffic, miss the next. I'm telling y'all. So when y'all listen, he always come through. Y'all just gotta listen right when you need him. Another way to get God involved is reading your word every day. You shouldn't be reading your word like every now and again, every blue moon. You should be reading the Bible every day. Wisdom comes from the word. The word will give you answers that you'll be searching the internet for. So I feel like, yes, you should be reading the word every day, even if it's a couple minutes, even if it's 5 minutes. Read something. Just take time to, spiritually feed yourself. Also, just creating a habit. Like even if you don't have a habit of reading or picking up your Bible and reading, or picking up your phone and reading on the Bible app, create that habit. Maybe set yourself an alarm. It takes 30 days to create a habit. For 30 days, you should be trying to read for 5 minutes, just a little something, just taking that time. And by time next month comes, you'll already have that habit because you've already been doing it. So the first thing you're going to do for your 5 minutes, and something is better than nothing. So even if it's for 5 minutes, just pick it up and get it done. And also another way to get God involved is praying when you feel weak. I'm telling you, there's no greater strength than the strength of God. When you feel weak and you feel like this parenting thing you cannot do, and I know because I've been there, y'all. I'm speaking from experience. I have 4 kids and I had my first kid at 17. I'm speaking from experience, y'all. I went from having severe postpartum depression at 17 to now at 24. I haven't had an ounce of depression after having Kamaya. So yes, I can speak from experience. I'm telling y'all better because I know better. I would not be doing as good as I am on this postpartum journey if it was not for having God involved, y'all. I went from a place of not having him involved to the middle, not Kamaya, but Kinley and Cairo having him kind of involved, and with Kamaya having God fully involved. Like when I went into labor, on the way to the hospital, me and Josh were playing worship music in the hospital room. Giving birth, we were playing worship music. Through the contractions, I was singing. Like, y'all, I'm telling y'all. And the crazy part is, Kamaya ruined it for any child coming afterwards, okay? I don't even have the desires to be pregnant anymore. That's neither here nor there. But Yes, during her labor. The crazy part is with my other pregnancies and my other labors, I felt my contractions coming on as well as the peak of the contraction. With Kamaya, all I felt was the peak of the contraction. That's it. So I didn't even know when she was coming because I didn't feel anything coming on. Like I didn't feel anything getting close and closer together. I just felt the peak. That's crazy. Nobody but God, y'all. Nobody but God. So yes, that is it for today's video. I'm going to touch on the points in this video. So the importance of getting God involved. It allows us to have insight. You have 24/7 road assistance, and God can do for you what this world can never do for you. And how to get God involved is including him in your life daily, on your daily activities, even if it's in regards to whatever outfit you're putting on. The second thing about how to get God involved is reading your word daily and creating good habits. And the third thing is praying when you feel weak. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe. Join the goal. Gang, gang, gang. We lit over here. And that's on period. Since if you ain't got no goals, set some, achieve some. The time is now. If you needed a message or a memo, it's me. Let's get it done. All right, see y'all next week with another video.